live. All right, y'all. So now we are officially back. Welcome to the stream. TikTok. We have YouTube tuning in. Today we will be going over the book of Proverbs. We are currently on Proverbs chapter 4. And so far, it has been a good chapter. Wouldn't you say so, my friend?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I agree.
Learning a lot.
Man, that's what I'm saying. Like I mentioned last time, Proverbs has always been that book where it has tons of gems. Whether it's for women, men, how to live life, how you want to live your life, how to live a positive life, how to live a long life, how to live a stress-filled life. It has everything on there.
Why bad things are happening to you, why good things are happening to you.
Yeah. It has it all, bro.
Yeah.
It has it all. So that's where we're going to start off today. We have TikTok here. Guys, I will be watching the comment section, so if you want to say something, if you want to tune into the discussion, feel free. So I'm going to actually start off, but before we start off, let's open with a word of prayer, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Thank God, I want to thank you so much for this day. Thank you for allowing us to be here. I pray that you will allow us to have a good Bible study and allow all those that are able to tune in to stop and get something from the word that we read. In Jesus' name I pray that.
Amen.
Okay, so Proverbs 4. The title of this chapter is Get Wisdom at Any Cost. You know it's going to be spicy. Get wisdom at any cost. I'm ready today, bro. I'm not gonna lie. The last time we recorded, I was kind of low energy. It was after a long day, but so much stuff is going on in my personal life right now, brother. I am welcoming the wisdom. I am here for it.
Pick it up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We here. Yes, sir. Okay, so let's get it cracking.
Yes, sir.
So verse 1. Listen, my sons, to a father's instruction. Pay attention and gain understanding. I try to tell my son this every time. Listen. I give you sound learning, so do not forsake my teaching. For I too was a son to my father. He's saying, I can relate. You aren't alone. The things that I'm teaching you, I had to learn as well. I was once in your position. So listen, right? He said, for I too was a son to my father, still tender and cherished by my mother. I don't know why. Every time I read that, it's funny to me the fact that he says still tender. Like soft, bro. He's saying that I was once soft. Tender.
Yeah. No, it's because we're so entrapped with the way Ebonics is in society right now that we automatically, when we hear soft, we be like, no, man, I'm not soft. But it's kind of addressing in the fact that he was kind-hearted.
Yeah. Because even thinking, like, in this day and age, could you imagine if you get in an argument with someone, and they call you tender, you would be offended. I'd be like,
of course. It's because of the Ebonics.
It's because
of the Ebonics. I'm telling you, Ebonics has made everybody a little hard.
Yeah, I agree.
They always got to prove their hardness.
Right.
We call it soft. But no, I think it also would mean like not to be difficult. You're not being difficult. You're easy. You're easy to coach. That could mean that, as in the tenderness, just like meat. Meat gets tender.
Yeah.
And it's easy to chew or easy to cut. So that would make sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so verse 4. Then he taught me, and he said to me, take hold of my words with all of your heart. Keep my commands, and you will live. Get wisdom, get understanding. Do not forget my words or turn away from them. Do not forsake wisdom, and she will protect you. Love her, and she will watch over you. The beginning of wisdom is this. Get wisdom, though it costs all you have. Sounds like wisdom is priceless to me. Get understanding. Cherish her, and she will exalt you. Embrace her, and she will honor you. She will give you a garland to grace your head and present you with a glorious crown. Does that sound like a pretty nice woman? What do you say?
I mean, every man is looking for a wife like this.
Man, that sounds like the type of woman that your mom's told you to marry.
Yeah, right.
Make you a woman that will cherish you, exalt you, honor you,
right,
and grace your head and present you with a glorious crown. Oh man!
All time they talking about wisdom.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But it sounds good though. It sounds good. Verse 10. Listen, my son, accept what I say, and the years of your life will be many. I instruct you in the way of wisdom and lead you along straight paths. When you walk, your steps will not be hampered. When you run, you will not stumble. Hold on to instruction. Do not let it go. Guard it well, for it is your life. Do not set foot on the path of the wicked, or walk in the way of evildoers. Avoid it. Do not travel on it. Turn from it and go on your way. For they cannot rest until they do evil. They are robbed of sleep till they make someone stumble. They eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. The path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter till the full light of day. But the way of the wicked is like deep darkness. They do not know what makes them stumble. Verse 20. My son, pay attention to what I say. Turn your ear to my words. Do not let them out of your sight. Keep them within your heart, for they are life to those who find them, and health to one's whole body. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Keep your mouth free of perversity. Keep corrupt talk far from your lips. Let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you. Give careful thought to the paths for your feet, and be steadfast in all your ways. Do not turn to the right or the left. Keep your foot from evil. What I get from that is he's telling them to stay focused. Stay focused. Don't look left or right. Keep your foot from evil. Let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you. Keep focused. That's what he's telling his son. Especially in this world, this generation where almost anything can be a distraction. Women can be a distraction. Depending on what your friends are into can be distractions. This thing, the things that appear on the screen can be a distraction. Social media. Stay focused.
Big facts. 23 resonated with me too, because he's talking about how the heart is the reason for the issues of life. And over here on my Bible, it's talking about, for out of it, keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. That resonated, because now he's saying exactly what is causing your problems is you not protecting your heart. You're not being aware of the things you're putting your heart into. And you're wondering why problems are following you everywhere you go.
Yeah.
That was deep right there. I see.
Yeah.
I had to point that out. Because that definitely makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Guarding our heart from situations we should not put them in prevents problems down the line. So that was really good. Had to repeat that real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree.
And then he talks about how the wicked is like being in darkness, and because they're in darkness, they do not know what makes them stumble because they can't see. Because they can't see. You know what I'm saying? That also is gold right there. It's like The wicked, people that do bad things here, left and right, and everybody has their moral understanding of what good and bad is, regardless of how society is trying to portray certain things to be good and certain things to be bad.
Mm-hmm.
Deep down, deep down with your soul, but everybody has that radar. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of what someone might say or a group of people might say, you know deep down if something is wrong or not. Right. That's how intelligent you are as a being. So, like, realizing that the wicked are like darkness where they do not see even the very thing that makes them fall. They're so stuck in their ways, they will not admit to what is making them be the way they are. Okay, that's how blinded. That's how blinded they are.
Yeah.
And that's a necessary thing to understand, is that a lot of people are so because of repetition, the brain has adjusted and adapted to it that it feels normal. That when someone who actually comes and tries to put them in check, they automatically feel like, what am I doing wrong, and play the defender. They try to put a shield up and play defense.
Right.
When the whole time, instead of the person understanding and acknowledging what's going on or thinking about it for a little bit, he's automatically going into, oh, he's just judging me or going against me, or he's trying to bring me down.
Right.
When the whole time that very person that's putting you in check is actually showing their way of love towards you by trying to bring you back from your ways. So that in itself is very important, where we need to understand that if we are stuck in our ways and we do not want to heed the people that are around us, that is a problem. That is a problem, because you don't see the very thing that's making you fall. So that was real. That was real. When I read that, I was like, yep, that's real. The righteous are like lights, a shining light, and they see everything. That's why whenever someone that is good comes around a bunch of people that are bad, they automatically feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
because the truth is getting revealed, but because they are in darkness and they can't see, they can't understand or fathom what he's talking about. It's kind of like someone coming up to you and telling you the greatest thing you ever heard, but you just take it like it's nonchalant. All right, bro, that's a cool story, bro.
Yeah.
Because you don't see it. You don't see it. You know, and that makes sense. Is that a lot of people in society are blinded to the fact that they don't know where they're going. They don't know why things are happening to them. They don't know where they came from, even though they came from somewhere. It'll probably take 1 year and they forget.
Yeah.
Because it's about the present. It's not about where they're going and how they came and what they could learn from where they came. And so that's very important to acknowledge that those are two examples of people in the world that exist. Yeah. One that can see and one that can't see, but he believes he sees.
He sees.
Yeah. A blind man claiming he ain't blind.
That don't even make sense.
Yeah,
nobody's blind. Your brother knows he's blind.
Like, here, bro, let me help you. Nah, I got it. Yeah. Like, at that point, he just on that prideful, egotistic. Ego is, I feel like ego is the number one reason why people don't see when people are telling them, hey, man, you're messing up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help you before it's too late. But because of the ego, you think otherwise of what that person is trying to do for you.
Yeah.
Instead of seeing it more in positive light. That in itself is very important. We should guard our heart from situations that will cause us problems down the line. Because even God himself is Solomon is here telling us straight up that is where all the problems are coming from, because you just let your heart anywhere. You put it in any situation.
Yeah.
Knowing it's not good for you. But you're like, you know what? Let me see. Let me see. I want to know what's going to happen on the other side.
Yeah.
Well, you reap what you sow, my brother. You reap what you sow. And you can't complain once, you know what I'm saying, it hits the fan. Because now that is your fault, sir. You saw it. You saw the signs.
Mm-hmm.
You saw all the signs. Even for women. Women see the signs and still stay with that very person that don't respect them, disrespect, cheats on them, and they still say, they come around to their friends, what should I do? They tell them everything. This is what you need to do. You need to get out of that space because you're probably not safe in that space. Yeah. And he's not treating you the way you're supposed to be. But I love him. So you wasted my time then. Like, why are we even having this conversation?
Yeah.
That's the thing, man. Like, people really need to acknowledge, like, hey, you could feel a certain way, but you need to also control the way you feel, because you could be feeling the way you feel for something that is not there. Yeah. And a lot of people do that. It's sad, bro. Like this one time, I'll give you an example. This one time, this one lady literally divorced her husband because she found a 25-year-old at the bar. And they made out that one night, right? And she thought she had a connection. So she divorced her husband just to get ghosted.
Crazy.
See, having hopes and dreams is one thing. But going off of an assumption is insanity. I'm just saying, like, it's insane.
And you know what's crazy?
You put your whole world on that.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? Because it's interesting. So Proverbs 5 is actually going to talk about adultery, something that you literally just touched on. Right. So let's get into chapter 5. Let's get into chapter 5.
All right. It's my turn now, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we are in Proverbs chapter 5, verse 1. My son, attend unto my wisdom, and and bow thy ear to my understanding, that thou mightest regard discretion, and that thy lips may keep knowledge. For the lips of a strange woman drop For the lips of a strange woman drop as honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil. That means she got game.
That means the things that she is going to say to you will entice you. That's
seduce
the point. Yes.
Seduce you.
Drips like honey.
Exactly.
Honey's sweet, bro. Honey tastes so good.
Honey tastes sweet. But when you have too much of it, it becomes bitter.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a good analogy. But her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death. Her steps take hold on hell. Lest thou shouldest ponder the path of life, her ways are movable, that thou canst not know them. Hear me now, therefore, O ye children, and depart not from the words of my mouth. Remove thy way far from her, and come not nigh the door of her house. See, God's literally warning us right there. Hey, She probably is beautiful. She's probably telling you what you want to hear. And naturally, as a man, it's just in our nature. Like, we are attracted to the soft things. You know what I'm saying? When we hear something smooth and soft, it's very hard to just say, hey, this person means bad to me. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be good for me. No, you actually want to be an explorer. Let me go find out. I want to discover the new world. Maybe this might be a new world to me.
Yeah.
Go walk in with the torch. Like, hey, I need to see. It's too good. Hey. And don't get me wrong, fellas. I understand. I understand.
We've all been there.
We all been there. All been there. Hey, maybe there are people that might have not been there. Hey, one day you will be there. But we're letting you know, like, hey, it ain't worth it. Because even right now, it's telling us straight from the Bible that she might be that smooth over top. Like, it literally says, where's that part? Oh, yeah, right here. And her mouth is smoother than oil. Bro, oil is slick. You know, when the security guards went into Diddy's house, they made a TikTok of how they found the oil bottles. They were sliding everywhere. Hey,
why are you doing Diddy like that,
man? That's how slick her mouth is. Yeah. And hey, it will get anybody. Because, you know, the one thing, and why it is difficult for us men in general, if ladies, y'all watching this, we do not get compliments like y'all. You feel me? Like, we go days, weeks, months, without someone saying, oh, you look handsome. Oh, you look like this. Oh, you look like... So when we get hit with it, we are shocked. Because we don't know, bro. We don't know how to feel. Like, it starts making us feel weird. Because we don't get that. Whereas girls, they get that all the time. So when a guy that genuinely is trying to pursue her mentions a compliment, she just takes it like it's nothing.
Yeah.
See, for us, it's everything, because we don't get it. You don't get it. So that's why a guy starts, he don't even know what to say next. He be like, I'm going away. I stuttered too much. I'm just going to walk away.
Yeah.
But God's warning us about that woman. Like, and I'm not saying that all of y'all like that, but it's just the general norm of what is out there. Like, a good thing is hard to find. Just like gold, rubies, diamonds, all the finer things in life, you have to work to get it.
It takes a long time.
So if something comes easy, it's not good. Chances are it's not good. It's not good. And look, I understand some men are out there that have not had a woman by their side. They've not had attention. And it's very difficult to detach from that moment. Because in your mind, you're like, dang, it's been so long. I've been dry.
Yeah. That
this moment could be my only moment. Yeah. But that's how the devil gets us, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. That is exactly how the devil gets us.
Yeah. All right,
he uses your most vulnerable situations. He uses your most vulnerable situations. I hear you. Man. He uses your most vulnerable situations. And that's why it's very important to always keep your head up. Lust is the number one thing that makes us fall. Like 100%. Yeah, because if people control their lust, you realize a lot of women are boring out here, bro.
all they got is looks. That's it.
Yeah, like very few have a good head on their shoulders, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I stopped on.
Around verse
9
5 or 6. Oh, okay.
I stopped on 8. I stopped on 8. Now I'm on 9. All right, Proverbs chapter 5, verse 9. Lest thou give thine honor unto others, and thy years unto the cruel, lest strangers be filled with thy wealth, and thy labors be in the house of a stranger. And thou mourn at the last when thy flesh and thy body are consumed. And say, how have I hated instruction, and my heart despised reproof. See, now it's telling us the repercussions of if we don't listen to what's going to happen. You end up complaining when it already happened to you. But I'm trying to tell you now so you can prevent it.
Right.
And it's giving us an example of what we would be saying. And say, how have I hated instruction, and my heart despised reproof, and have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined mine ear to them that instructed me. I was almost in all evil in the midst of the congregation and assembly. Drink waters out of thine own cistern, and running waters out of thine own well. Let thy fountains be dispersed abroad, and rivers of water in the streets. Let them be only thine own, and not strangers with thee. Let thy fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of thy youth. Let her be as the loving hind and pleasant roe. Let her breasts satisfy thee at all times, and be thou ravished always with her love. And why wilt thou, my son, be ravished with a strange woman, and embrace the bosom of a stranger? For the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he pardoned all his goings. His own iniquities shall take the wicked himself, and he shall be holden with the cords of his sins. He shall die without instruction, and in the greatness of his folly he shall go astray.
Man, let's unpack that for a second. Also, we have some likes just now. I think I'm trying to say your name.
Don't butcher the name now.
I think that's Thaily. Shout out to you. I don't know how you got that font, but it's pretty cool.
Man, appreciate the like.
Appreciate the likes. But let's unpack that for 1 second. So pretty much what that says, if I understand correctly, it is telling you to stay to your own wife, right?
Yes, sir.
Let her touch. Let you embrace her touch. It says, drink water from your own cistern, running water from your own well.
Well, exactly.
Should your springs overflow in the streets, your streams of water in the public squares?
It becomes dirty. Logically. Think about it. And now you're going outside collecting all these diseases and you're bringing it back home.
Yeah.
At that point, you're shitting where you eat.
Yeah.
You're shitting where you eat at that point. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, it's telling you, and then verse 21, it says, for your ways are in full view of the Lord, and he examines all your paths.
Mm-hmm.
The evil deeds of the wicked ensnare them. The cords of their sins hold them fast. That's pretty much telling you cannot be free if you are in sin. That's a trap. The evil deeds of the wicked ensnare them. That's a trap. It entraps you.
And it actually talks about he shall die without
die.
instruction. Without instruction. See, you see that? You see that? And it makes sense because you're out here going into other people's situations. You end up maybe messing with the woman that belongs to another man. That man gets mad and shoots you on sight. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
That's happened multiple times. And so, like, that makes sense. And now you over here dead over pleasure.
Yeah.
Meaningless pleasure.
Because let me go over the key word there, because I have the New International Version. I like it because it makes things simple. My friend, it says for lack of discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me ask you a question. What's the main reason for a lot of the issues we face? Whether it's issues with staying focused, issues with keeping goals to be set, issues with money management, issues with almost everything. Is it not because of a lack of discipline?
Discipline. Lack of discipline.
A disciplined
lack of self-control.
Exactly. A disciplined man or a disciplined woman is a strong person because they have the ability to turn away from things that don't serve them or that don't align with their belief system.
They know how to control their desires.
Mm-hmm.
That's very important. Is controlling your desires, and all your problems will be solved.
Yeah.
Impulse is so. If I was to break this down even more, right? Impulse is an emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Emotion is necessary because it will make you tender towards other people. Mm-hmm. Logic alone is cruel.
Yeah.
But both together create balance. Mm. And so that's why they're both important. But if you react on emotion alone and you're buying things off emotion, you're making decisions off emotion, you're doing things off emotion, you're seduced because of how you feel instead of controlling how you feel. Mm-hmm. You can't get mad at the problems that follow you, sir. You can't. You just can't because it's there. It's right in your face. It's telling you, but you go off after what you feel, and it becomes a problem. That's why it's about balance. You have to use your logic and your emotion, your heart at the same time. Yeah. If you're only working, so like, I'm tired of people online, right? Online, I see a lot of these lines where man keeps saying it is in our nature to be with multiple women. It is in our nature to have multiple women. And look, listen, sir. Listen, sir. I understand a man can procreate with as many women as possible. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't create the actual connection you need between two individuals. Mm-hmm. At that point, you're just acting on your bottom chakra, which is your animal instinct. And God wants us to be better than what separates human beings from animals is our brain. You get the drift. Like with that, we are better in our in our understanding of things, like the way we make things go. We're not just animalistic about it. We have a better approach because we're made in the image of God.
Right.
And that's why I do not agree with men saying that I need to sleep or be with a lot of women. I believe self-discipline is very important because if you do not apply discipline, then chaos occurs.
It will. It definitely does.
Every time.
It definitely does. And at the end of the day, it's very simple. Like, God instructs us to follow His word. I always like to go back to the story of Solomon, right? In Kings, and how all of his sons, his great-great-grandsons followed after that. It's because it's like so much chaos was caused by not following God's word, right? And although that's a extreme example, You know, it's not really that extreme because when you look at like life today, a lot of bad things also happen because you don't follow his word, right? So for instance, he talks about not being with multiple women, right? Finding a wife, one that will adore you, all those things. Not following that, what's chaos that can happen? Diseases, right? You fall in love with a woman that's not going to treat you right. You end up with a bunch of children and you wonder why you're stuck in poverty. You wonder why you're stressed. Why your kids are growing up in broken homes and they don't know how to form a positive relationship because they haven't seen their father commit to one person. You know, it's all those long-term effects where we may think it's okay, but no, it's chaos. Chaos is being created because of a lack of discipline and a lack of following what God instructs us to do.
And it's very hard to teach one if you don't live it. If you don't live it, how are you going to teach it?
Right.
You know, like so many people are walking around where they have really good advice, but they don't even take it themselves. How can, I mean, it's good when someone takes that advice and implements it into their life.
Yeah.
But it's not as impactful and it doesn't work better without you inspiring that person.
Right. Thank you for the hearts. And we also have someone that agrees in the chat. So thank you for the hearts, thank you for the likes. We truly appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Honestly, one day I want to be able to have a way where we can add people that also want to come on, like maybe add their thing up there so that, because I want it to be an open dialogue where people could tune in and honestly talk about, chime in with us. But it's so right. We're at 37 minutes, so I do want to get through chapter 6. So let me read chapter 6 and then we could end off just rehashing and discussing whatever you want to discuss. Does that sound good?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Proverbs 6. Warnings against folly. My son, if you have put up security for your neighbor, if you have shaken hands and pledged for a stranger, you have been trapped by what you said, ensnared by the words of your mouth. So do this, my son, to free yourself, since you have fallen into your neighbor's hands. Go to the point of exhaustion and give your neighbor no rest. What it also means is, it says, or go and humble yourself and give your neighbor no rest. Allow no sleep to your eyes, no slumber to your lids. Free yourself like a gazelle from the hand of the hunter, like a bird from the snare of the fowler. Go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider its ways and be wise. It has no commander, no overseer or ruler. Oh. Hold on. Hey, mommy.
Hey, good night.
Hey, good night. We're actually live streaming Bible study right now. You can say hi, but I'm in the middle of reading Proverbs 6.
Okay.
They can hear you, so say hi. You're going to be on YouTube.
Good night.
Yeah, you're going to be on YouTube, but I'm doing the Bible study right now.
Okay.
All right. Call you later.
Okay.
Bye. I had to let it shout us out for real quick. Okay.
Right.
Back to the word.
What verse are we on?
We were verse 6.
Okay.
Go to the ant, you sluggard. That's so funny to me. You sluggard. Consider its ways and be wise. It has no commander, no overseer or ruler. Yet it stores its provisions in summer and gathers its food at harvest. How long will you lie there, you sluggard?
This is for you lazy people. This is for you lazy people. Lazy.
Bro.
Like, hey, if you want to learn Go watch an ant. Just go watch an ant.
Go watch it on.
Look how the ants operate. You lazy people, man.
It's so funny.
You keep wondering what life is not lifing. You're like, why is my life terrible?
You wonder why you struggle. This is why. You're lazy.
Keep sitting on that couch. Keep sleeping in that bed. Waking up at 1 p.m., 3 p.m., and expecting to be rich one day.
Yeah.
We'll see if that happens.
Bro, this is why I like Proverbs. But this is why I like Proverbs, because it honestly it's kind of funny, because they called the lazy person sluggard like 3 times already.
Right.
Which is funny, but it's telling you it straight up, right? Let me continue. How long will you lie there, you sluggard? When will you get up from your sleep? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come on you like a thief, and scarcity like an armed man. A troublemaker and a villain who goes about with a corrupt mouth, who winks maliciously with his eyes, signals with his feet, and motions with his fingers, who plots evil with deceit in his heart. He always stirs up conflict. Therefore, disaster will overtake him in an instant. He will suddenly be destroyed without remedy. Y'all believe in karma, but what I believe is in the Bible. Because it says it right here. You cannot come up with it. You cannot come up with something and tell me, oh, this is something that just came about in karma and this and that. The Bible's been around for a long time, and it pretty much just says that the tables will turn, right?
Right.
Don't mind someone that always seeks to do bad, because it will come back to them.
And stop slacking. Stop slacking.
Yeah.
You
It's
slack
right there.
Poverty is gonna strike you like a thief in the night.
Like a thief in the night. Man. So
because you want to fold your arms real quick.
Yeah.
You want to relax real quick. Some of y'all too comfortable, man. It's too comfortable. It's too comfortable. One word I will say is this: you need to suffer. Suffering is where your salvation is found. That is the deepest quote I ever heard. I forgot the guy that quoted it, but it was real. It was real. It makes sense, because anything you want to acquire, you have to suffer for it. You just have to suffer for it. You have to put a good amount of energy into it, and then you will attain it.
Yeah.
Without sacrifices, no gain. No gain.
All right. Verse 16. There are 6 things the Lord hates. Man, they ain't even sugarcoating it. 7 that are detestable to him. Haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked schemes, feet that are quick to rush into evil, a false witness who pours out lies, and a person who stirs up conflict in his community.
Sheesh.
And then
ain't that what's happening in society right now on the regular?
On the regular. And then, I don't think anything in the Bible is here by chance, because verse 20, it goes back to talking about adultery. Why do you think that it mentions it so much times already in just the past 2 chapters? Because it's important. They know people struggle with it. It's been a struggle from the beginning of time. That's why the 10 Commandments had to be made, and they had to say, do not fool with your neighbor's wife. It's a sin, because people have been trying to do it.
Commit adultery. Yeah.
Verse 20.
A lot of people do it, man.
Verse 20. My son, keep your father's command and do not forsake your mother's teaching. Bind them always on your heart. Fasten them around your neck. When you walk, they will guide you. When you sleep, they will watch over you. When you awake, they will speak to you. For this command is a lamp. This teaching is a light. And correction and instruction are the way to life. Keeping you from your neighbor's wife, from the smooth talk of a wayward woman. Do not lust in your heart after her beauty, or let her captivate you with her eyes. For a prostitute can be had for a loaf of bread. Only fines, but we ain't talking about it. We ain't talking about it. For $4.99 subscription fee, but we ain't talking about it.
Less than a Netflix subscription, yeah.
They call it women empowerment, but I'm not trying to get canceled.
Hey, the Bible is out here spitting, boy.
They try to justify it and call it empowerment, but we're not. That's not what the Bible says.
Spitting, bro. For by the means of a woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, bro.
A prostitute. Do you know how
low that is?
Hey man, let's go. We ain't trying to get canceled, bro. We're trying to build it up. We can't get canceled off the jump. We gotta wait till we're big enough to come out.
Hey, these facts though.
Okay. Alright, 26, man. For a prostitute can be had for a loaf of bread, but another man's wife preys on your very life. Can a man scoop fire into his hand without his clothes being burned? Can a man walk on hot coals without his feet being scorched? So is he who sleeps with other man's wife. No one who touches her will go unpunished. All you men that thinks it's cool, that think you are getting someone or something up on another man by sleeping on his wife, it just says that you will not go unpunished. It is a sin. Leave that woman alone.
Clear. That's number clear right there.
Leave that woman alone.
I ain't gonna lie. It's like a thing a lot of dudes do. Hey man, your girl's not for you, man. She You want to see the video? You think I'm lying?
You gotta leave it, bro. Yeah. You gotta leave it alone as if your life depended on it. Cause it's not worth it. You gotta value your life. Bro, let me talk with the men here. Listen, man. Let me talk real quick. I'm gonna look y'all in your eyes, right? Camera up there, let me look at the camera. Man, I'm holding the mic. You may think it's cool, and the pleasure may last temporarily, maybe 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes.
Stroke your ego a little bit.
Stroke your ego a little bit. You know, you could brag about it, like, oh, you know I was with this person, woman, you don't even know. But listen, my brother, there's a God that is watching you. You will pay with your life. As a man, you have to value yourself more than pleasure.
Mm-hmm. Discipline.
That's where discipline comes in. You have to value your soul's salvation more than temporary pleasure. Because what is it for a man to... We ain't even talking about the whole world. Right? The normal saying is, what is it for a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul? What is it for a man to forfeit his soul over a woman?
Right. That should be the question. Because I ain't gonna lie, a lot of men are selling their souls like that. A lot of men are. But
women, come on, man. Y'all gotta do better. Be leaders.
Dying over a woman that don't even care about them like that. Shee!
Man, anyways, let's go. 29. So is he who sleeps with another man's wife. No one who touches her will go unpunished. People do not despise a thief if he steals, to satisfy his hunger when he is starving. Yet, if he is caught, he must pay sevenfold, though it costs him all the wealth of his house. But a man who commits adultery has no sense. Whoever does so destroys himself. Blows and disgrace are his lot, and his shame will never be wiped away. For jealousy arouses a husband's fury, and he will show no mercy when he takes revenge. He will not accept any compensation. He will refuse a bribe. however great it is. You know what that's saying?
He gonna kill you.
It is highly likely that that man is coming for payback.
Yeah.
You cannot. There's a lot of people that probably went out that same way. I've never personally had to worry about looking over my shoulder, but I can guarantee you it's not a good feeling to have to look over your shoulder for the rest of your life because you did something you should have never done in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Now you gotta worry about this man coming to kill you because he was with his wife.
Exactly.
Men, be wise, please.
Another thing, I might come up with this excuse. Oh, she didn't tell me. She was lying to me. Da da da. Then don't go to her house. God literally instructed that from the jump. He said, do not walk up to her door. If you are not sure, you have to articulate. It's not about, oh, let me just go with what I see and deem worthy and let me go explore. You might not come back from that exploration. I'll tell you that right now.
No.
And that's a fact. That's a fact.
Listen, so I just looked at it. There's one more chapter, right? We're at 50 minutes. So let's read chapter 7 because it continues with the adulterous woman talk. It's not here for no reason. So my friend, let's go through this. Then let's close out the chapter 7. Go ahead. Send us home.
Alright, verse 1. My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee. Keep my commandments and live, and my law as the apple of thine eye. Bind them upon thy fingers, write them upon the table of thine heart. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman, that they may keep thee from the strange woman, from a stranger which flattereth with her words. For at the window of my house I looked through my casements, and behold, among the simple ones I discerned among the youths a young man void of understanding, passing through the street near her corner, and he went the way to her house, in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot, and subtle of heart. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. Now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner. So she caught him and kissed him, and with an impudent face said unto him, I have peace offerings with me. This day have I prayed my vows. Therefore came I forth to meet thee, diligently to seek thy face, and I have found thee. I have decked my bed with coverings of tapestry, with carved works, with fine linen of Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with loves. For the good man is not at home. He is gone a long journey. Yo. So this is somebody's wife, apparently, that's seducing this guy.
That man was trying to make money for his family.
Her husband literally left for work. She's like, he ain't coming back for a while. Hey, this is for a lot of y'all that do this. Y'all need to listen in and peep. This is exactly what's going on. Where did I stop it? Yep, 19. All right. For the good man is not at home. He is gone on a long journey. He had taken a bag of money with him and will come home at the day appointed. With her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. With the fluttering of her lips, she forced him. He goeth after her straightway as an ox goeth to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stocks, till a dart strike through his liver, as a bird hasteth to the snare, and knoweth not that it is for his life. Hearken unto me now thereof, therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth. Let not thy heart decline to her ways. Go not astray in her paths. For she had cast down many wounded, yea, many strong men have been slain by her. Her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death. So, practically what we learn from this is you shouldn't get seduced and give in to a married woman's agenda. Especially when she has admitted to you that her husband is gone to work and will not be back at a certain time. I don't know what's wrong with people, but that doesn't mean you have to go and do it. You have to stand there and think, hey man, if I was in that man's shoes, right, and my wife is at home, would I want her just sleeping around with any guy she sees while I'm out here grinding, waking up, sacrificing, so that I could build something beautiful for her and my children that will come in the near future? Would you want that for you? You need to ask yourself that, because a lot of people are moving like, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. How many I don't cares are you going to say until you get smacked so hard in the face that you start caring again? Is that what it takes? Do you have to wait until all goes bad for you to start thinking again? Because we all have brains, ladies and gentlemen, but very few people think. It's not funny. I'm just laughing because it's crazy how that is. I'm just laughing at the fact that it's crazy how that is. Like, it's free to think, but so many people don't think. They just go off of emotion. And that's why God is telling us, I mean, Solomon is telling us that we need to guard our hearts, because that's where all our problems are coming from. It's because we are not guarding our hearts. So logically speaking, and also feeling have to work in unison. It has to be together. That way what comes out of your mouth is something that is with substance and something that could change any type of situation for the better. But we live in a world where either someone is logical or they're too emotional. Very few are both. And we all need to strive. God is asking us, we need to work on our discipline. We need to work on our emotions. We need to work on what we pick, what we choose for us in our daily lives.
Right.
You cannot complain when it hits the fan and it's already too late. And then you start to regret, why didn't I listen? Why didn't I do this? Why does everything have to go bad for you to realize that that you need to change?
Right.
Because the one thing about life is that once it will kind of stop for you the way you want it to go. And once that situation happens, life hits you so hard that you might not recover. Sometimes you can't recover because it's so traumatizing to you, because you are here, now you're here. And you're trying to come back here but it feels like you're carrying this big boulder trying to walk up.
But, the interesting thing about life is, God is such a gracious God that it's never too late.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter what you've done in your past, what you're currently doing. It's never too late to turn to Him. It's never too late to seek a better relationship with Him. And I guarantee you, if you decide to go that route, watch how your life will start to change positively. Mm-hmm. My friend, this was a great one. I truly enjoyed this one.
It was.
I'm definitely looking forward to getting this out there to the world, and I hope that it will be a blessing to those that are out there. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for spending your time to watch our video podcast. We stopped at Proverbs chapter 8. And we'll be continuing. Do you have any final words? We're right about an hour, so it's time to shut down. But do you have anything final to say?
All I gotta say is keep trying and never give up. Mm-hmm. Keep trying. He always, we think that we are alone in whatever we go through, but there's so many other people that are experiencing the same thing.
Yeah.
What we need to do is keep trying. Mm-hmm. It's not hard. It is hard. It is hard. Don't get me wrong. Sorry about that. It is hard, but it doesn't mean that you should give up. It means you should face it. Face it. We run away from all our demons every time. We need to stand up and face them. Because then life will be better in the long run. Mm-hmm. Those are my words for today.
Right. Wonderfully said. So let's end there, my friend. Until next time, guys, thank you for tuning in. Hold on, that's my sister just popped into the podcast. What's up, Zaya? What's up? We're definitely getting ready to close down, so love you, sis. But guys, thanks for tuning in. It was a wonderful podcast, huh?
Pray, close. Pray.
Yeah. Do you want to close this prayer?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
All right. Our kind of Father in heaven, we thank you for this day. We thank you for everything, for bringing us this far. We thank you for keeping us alive this long. We thank you for the word that we learned today. We hope that we can, you can instill this in our hearts, and we can use it in our everyday life and implement it so we can live to the glory of your name. And I hope that this reaches out to a bunch of people and changes a bunch of lives and bless a bunch of people at the same time. We are looking forward to the future, and we can't wait. And we thank you for this opportunity. I pray in your loving name. Amen.
Amen. All right, my friend. Until next time.
Until next time.
All right. See you guys.
Have a good day. Have a good night.